What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime 173 is finally here. EK Mixups up against EasyWork. Two of the guys at the top of the division for some time, absolutely on a killing spree. Mixups, the dominant champion. EasyWork tearing through all contenders to find himself in this title opportunity. We have what is set to be nothing but pure virtual violence here this evening, as I accidentally click on our faces. Hello. We'll go to the card. Co-main event of SB Vader up against K1 MuayThaiJesus. One of these guys trying to punch themselves an opportunity at the next PlayStation title. EK Warrior, JUFC in the fight before that. And then, of course, as you see, top to bottom, name after name after name. We are stylishly a little bit late as always, so we're not going to waste any time here this evening. We're going to get into the very first fight between the one and only Blink up against Deaz, stepping back into the cage for Primetime 173. Without further ado, let's get into it. Joining me in the commentary booth, Jay motherfucking Dime, and the little engine that could, Doctor Who. What's going on, lads?
It's all going well. We're going smooth so far. We've got the first fight up, and we're all here, Jay.
Yeah, man, I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see some virtual violence after we watched Charles Oliveira damn near die in the cage last week.
Don't need to remind me of it. Don't need to remind me of it. That hurt my soul.
I forgot that happened, and suddenly I got a bit more like happy and sad.
No, my bad. The thing is, though, I thought that would happen, but I thought it'd be in the second round. I didn't think it'd be that early.
Well, I told you that I was going to find myself asleep if that happened, and I did. But let's start off this one, starting out very quickly. Dezinho and Sneeko, aka Blink, two guys that have very, very high level skills. Both very, very good with the striking, and you can see they're not going to waste any time here this evening as these guys take a little bit of a moment of respite in between combinations, shouting out Beecham in the chat, resubscribing with that Prime subby. We appreciate you, my man. No adverts for that man right there.
Although Blink has been banned for what could be considered millennia, this guy has maintained his striking pace. He's been on ranked, grinding every part. If you play ranked, you probably fought him in some point. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, that's up to debate on the person. But he's a very well-rounded striker. He knows what to do in the cage, and he's going against a guy who has played with the best of the best. He used to hang out with Fad. He plays all of the FSK guys. So, you know, when you look at this fight just on paper, this is bound to be a war here, Joe.
Oh, yeah, it is. But Anderson Silva has to be careful of them left hooks by Alex Pereira because... Oh, nice counter. There we go. As long as he stay out the way of that hook, he'll be good, Cyrus.
Absolutely. Look, these guys right now are showing some absolutely sensational striking to kick off Primetime 173. The ducks, the slips, in between and mid combination are leading to some beautiful counters and striking opportunities. J-Dye mentioned about that lead hook from the one and only Alex Pereira, and you can see Dezinho is very aware of that early, has done everything he can to avoid that big shot. But this is one of those ones, man, you don't really want to blink, Doc, because it's not going to take too many more before we get the big first flash of the fight.
Yeah, you gotta be so careful. I mean, overall, Alex Pereira definitely should be leading this fight just because of the damage, but I do feel like when you look at the stam and even the head health in a lot of regards, I think Dezinho's winning this fight, which I think is more of a testament to how well he's using Anderson Silva. He's not really engaging a lot. He's playing on that back foot, trying to find the shots to land as and when. Ooh. And there's a key one there.
So, yeah, he needed that too. Anderson Silva been winning, but both of them are so jittery, like, you could tell their heart is racing very fast, and maybe Anderson Silva needed that to settle down. He was already doing good, but once he starts settling down and starts getting more calm, Cyrus, and just make his reads, it could get ugly.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. The thing is that, you know, Alex hits so freaking hard that when he does get you rocked, it's much harder to kind of get back into it. Taking an early lead for Dezinho was a must in this one. Trying to fight Sim. Anderson Silva really tried to utilize that superior head movement and be first. It's really about being first for me right now, whilst utilizing that head movement for all of the counters coming back your way. And so far so good, just excellent job evading the majority of the damaging strikes that Blink was trying to throw back his way. But it isn't over yet. An early start for Dezinho, an early advantage for Dezinho, but both guys having their moment, and still potential 10 minutes left on the card stock.
Yeah, 10 minutes left and 1 round secured for Dezinho here. Again, it's keeping this pace going, and with the power of Alex Pereira constantly at Blink's fingertips, it's going to be a dangerous one where he's got to stay calm, he's got to stay patient. To be quite honest, it would be a nice idea probably if Dezinho wanted to maybe incorporate a bit of grappling, but knowing both of these fighters, you're not going to see a takedown. Barely a clinch may happen here, Joe.
Yeah, and I thought in the first round, Anderson Silva did a good job of ducking those hooks. And he's still doing it by Alex Pereira, Cyrus.
Yeah, like absolutely sensational work so far. And the counters to the body are massive.
That's
you can
right.
see a big stamina advantage for him. And of course, that head health starting to deplete for Alex Pereira, aka Blink, here this evening. Honestly, excellent range management. And he's kind of fighting in the pocket right now, but he's so far has found himself just at the end of Alex's shots, just in the right range to land his own counters. So much action going on, it's actually kind of hard to call everything as he sits him down and hits him with the taunt.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva taunts coming out. You'd love to see it. I think one of the biggest shots you'll see in Dezinho land has been that straight earlier on in this round. He landed it back 3 or 4 times, and it just did so much damage. If your opponent walks onto it, it can just stun them in place. You can find more shots, and then you can work the block down, which you're also seeing here with when Dezinho goes to those hooks. It's past the block after the block has already been highly damaged from jabs and straights being thrown towards him, Joe.
Yeah, and I want to shout out Sean Corkery for the sub. Sean, I fucking love you, bro. But yeah, back to the fight now, right? I think Alex Pereira should have been changed up his setups because oh my goodness, it may be too late now to change anything now. It's too late, but when Anderson was ducking all them hooks because they're so predictable, maybe late first, early second, he should have changed it up and started with some uppercuts because there's no consequences for him ducking them ducking them hooks. My fault, Cyrus. There's no consequences, bro.
You're absolutely right. And the lead up is so snappy as well. It's not like you're going to be able to get counted too much from it.
Oh
but
my
it's
goodness.
a little too late now, I feel like, at this point. So damaged. He's about...
Man, it's over. It's all. Listen, I don't care how much power Alex Pereira got. It's over. It's listen. That was an ass whooping. Like, it was competitive early, the first 30 seconds, but for the most part, Anderson Silva dominated, beat him from pillar to post. Doc.
Yeah, I mean, he attempted some stuff. He clearly wanted to come out there. He wanted to use the power. But the fact of the matter is, Dezinho came out there and played Anderson Silva the way you're meant to play Anderson Silva. Slow, methodical, a taunt thrown in for good measure, and counter him with that straight in a tried and true method. And the only thing he was missing from that type of Anderson Silva performance was the front kick to finish it off. But still a fantastic performance and a very good ways to start making his way into the rankings at the very end of this season.
Look, Dezinho not lost an absolute fucking step so far in his competitive capabilities. He looked like a potential world wrecker. I would have loved to have seen him start a little bit earlier on. He could have potentially challenged for a belt if he's able to continue to perform like that. And I mean, look, this shows you there are levels. You talk about ranked this and ranked that. You know, Blink's very active on the ranked scene. I'm pretty sure he's found himself first a lot. But look, the bright lights are a little different thing. The pressure is on, and the competition level is completely different. You don't get any... there's no easy fights here at Primetime MMA. I promise you that, man. These guys are going to fight the who's who to get themselves up in those rankings. Dezinho is in amongst that top level and always has been. Fights the best on the Xbox division consistently, and it showcased here this evening. Even when he's not like actively competing, he's fighting those guys regularly. So he keeps those skills sharp, as you saw here this evening. Absolutely blown away by a silky smooth performance from Dezinho. Good to see that guy back in the cage. But it does set us up perfectly for the second fight of tonight's card, Primetime 173, as we're about to get it going over on the PlayStation division, Jay, between VPaiin
here we go.
stepping up against VPaiin stepping up against Rype here this evening.
Goodness gracious, you may actually be tired.
Bro, I genuinely, bro, I ain't lying to you. I told you I was going to wake up a little bit when we went live, and I'm trying, but I'm fucking dying over here. Hopefully, these fights continue to be action-packed to continue to keep me going here this evening.
Absolute crackhead level Peter Yan coming out to play.
Oh, yeah, we love
I love Marlon Vera in this game, right? Do you know me? He's a fun pick, but I wouldn't want to be fighting UFC 267 Yan with the pick whatsoever. Like that is an insane choice.
Exactly.
An admirable choice, but definitely a Rype type pick to go Marlon Vera. All the more congrats to him.
No, I was just gonna say, it's why we love Rype, man. That's the type of pick I would go for. I'm shit at the game, but he's great, so we're about to see how he gets it utilized. But always fighting uphill is Rype, man. He goes for those, clean picks. He goes for unusual picks and tries to get them going. He's all about really that beautiful destruction. And he's going to really have to be on his A game, beating VPaiin with the massive improved hands that he has, and obviously with that phenomenal pick that he has. We saw him last time out, Jay, willing to take it to the ground and utilize some of the ground and pound that we knew he had in his back pocket. But this isn't just striking only VPaiin. This is full mixed martial arts.
Yeah, and I love this Peter Yan pick because this new Peter Yan reminds me of UFC 4 again. It's giving me flashbacks, and this is perfect for somebody like VPaiin because he can use the boxing if he needs to. He can go back to his bread and butter, which is the grappling. It's really the perfect fighter for him, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, we now have all the UFC 4 meta guys. You have Usman, you have Volkanovski, and you have Yan in this game, just from the already goes, which is scary. But I mean, going to Rype here so far, I'm loving these sidekicks. These sidekicks are doing some lovely bits of damage to that stam. It's keeping it even. Very subtle in terms of his striking. I mean, Rype's looking good so far, and I hope he can continue this up.
Yeah, and then on the flip side of things, VPaiin really doing a good job putting together punches in bunches. Lots of active striking, and obviously got the takedown, although he didn't capitalize on it a little bit earlier. This is going to be a highly competitive fight until it's not. The absolutely masterful little feints he's doing to the legs, trying to show out those oblique kicks, Jay, keeping VPaiin honest, and it makes him bite on it. The fact is that even if he doesn't throw it, and his opponent bites on it, it actually attacks the stamina very heavily, more so than it does for the attacker.
Yeah, it does, but Chito Vera got to be careful. He got to get out of range because every time Peter Yan hit him, there's a big effect, even though he's fighting well. I don't want him to put in all this work for no reason, Doc.
Yeah, Yan's got that Muay Thai combo that Aldo has, the uppercut, that lead uppercut into lead hook, which is a lovely combo because it's just so quick. It can do so much to that block if you're not careful. That lovely bit of range there, management just seeing, but then he's just in the pocket a bit too long, gets hit, and then it's like all the fancy stuff he was doing is suddenly out of the way because Peter Yan can stand there and just blitz your head for 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man. Like, he did a really good job setting up combinations, going to the body with that roundhouse, but then he got punished very heavily by a little boxing combination that had more impact, even though he threw half the strikes. This Yan is a menace. Oh my god, man. These guys are kind of like, it's kind of like a car crash right now. Both guys are playing the game of chicken, and neither guy is willing to back out.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I respect Rype for this pick too because Cheeto is tough as nails, but this is going to be tough against Peter Yan, and not even just that. VPaiin with the improved hand is going to be a tough match.
It feels like VPaiin knows his pick can really just take the shots that Rype's giving. So like, you've got one guy being very technical and the other guy being very brute force because he knows he can take 3 shots to give one back and do way more damage. Scorecard wise, it's looked like it's favouring Rype so far, but whether or not that translates on the actual judges' scorecards, given the damage we saw translated about a place, that's a round that could go either way here, Cyrus.
Yeah, it could. I mean, I'm leaning Rype. Personally, I just think he landed the more kind of clean shots and actually outlanded his opponent in terms of volume. But the problem is that, like you said, it doesn't take too many. It's like the damage is going to add up for VPaiin. Even if he's landing roughly the same amount, that brute force approach can really affect early on, especially. So a little bit. Oh, the body work, man! It's getting caught again, twice in 30 seconds. Now. Fuck.
Yeah, every mistake he makes, that lead uppercut is hitting him. And then, this is the thing. He's going to have to earn some respect from Peter Yan. He's going to have to hurt him because right now, Peter Yan's a bully, which is kind of his style. And that lead uppercut is hitting him at will. And if it's not, he's going to throw it anyway, Doc.
Yeah, and then he's just going to trade on the hook, go on there. You can see him doubling up on the hooks as and when. Bit of head movement here and there just to add for added effects. But if you look at the head health so far, the massive disconnect between the technical striking of Rype and the fact PrimeTime still has his head health, but Vader is just blinking non-stop. Gets stunned again, digs down to the body, and he's just going forward like a ball.
Yeah, look, if I'm in Rype's corner right now, I'm screaming at him, enough of the body work. You've already got the advantage on the body. Stop doing it, man. You're getting yourself punished time and time again to the point that you've got yourself severely compromised at this stage in the second round.
Man, it's predictable. It was predictable a long time ago. And VPaiin been trying to time that lead uppercut so much, but he keeps going to the body, so he's making it easy for him, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that, but then he's also got the rear hook to counter, and then the rear hook over the top.
Man, it's an ass whooping now. This is a bad uphill battle he has to climb right now. Now, okay, nice.
Oh, okay,
I was
nice.
saying now he has to take some risk, but this is good for him. It was good for him.
But going back from VPaiin's early days from where he started, he was a grappler first and foremost, although submission game may have changed, the grappling game itself has not for large quantities. So just because VPaiin has become a star-studded striker, as you're seeing, doesn't mean that he's lost his skills here as he denies the back mount and goes up for the get-up, gets denied there, and now we get some ground and pound, hopefully trying to get some damage here, but...
Great work by Rype. Great work.
Oh, hold on, wait. He did some damage there. I thought it was gonna stop, but he was getting in some good damage there, Cyrus.
This is fucking vital right now. The deny after the deny, holding and maintaining very dominant positions, able to get some stacked damage. Only 20 seconds left, but fuck, man, he needed this. He needed this so badly. A little bit more.
He's got the stamina advantage as well.
Ooh.
This is where he needs to go going into the third round. If he wants to win, he's got to grapple. Assuming he's got the first, according to your call earlier on. The second is clearly VPaiin due to the knockdowns. The third round's up to grabs. If you're Rype, you're looking for a sub, you're looking for the ground and pounds as you saw there, which was clearly effective. You can get that top man and do it there instead. One, it's a lot safer. Two, you're going to do a lot more damage. So, ideally there, I suppose, is the best bet here for Rype. It's just the fact he's got to get that takedown against VPaiin.
Tough. This is going to be tough because he has to take more risk than PrimeTime does right now, because PrimeTime then got him so damaged. The doctor may step in at one point. Like, he's in a bad situation where he has to go and do something right now, Cyrus.
1,000,000%. And he knows it. He knows it, man. He can't set up that takedown too obviously, but if he can get it early, that's going to play dividends for him as we get towards the later end of this round. The lead uppercut didn't hit him about 150 times. Like, bro, at that point, oh my goodness, at that point, you can only blame yourself. Like, goodness gracious, you cannot get hit with that lead uppercut that many times. It's just the fact he keeps going to the body when, like, that's what's got him caught 9 times out of 10.
GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat, guys. It's over. Great performance by VPaiin. And if you're Rype, you got to be mad at yourself. Keep getting hit with that lead uppercut going to the body. Like, at a certain point, right? I done been stunned 1,000,000 times by a lead uppercut. I gotta stop, Doc, going to the body, man. Yeah. But good fight, though, by VPaiin. Good game.
But I don't know if Rype had a corner or not, but if he does, fire those motherfuckers. Get a new one, because like, going to the body was not the right choice right there. And like, this is the thing is, like, normally, like, genuinely, normally I'd say that's an IQ problem, but I know Rype. Like, we've seen this guy do his work. I don't know what it was. Maybe he was just too in the moment. Maybe he wasn't able to pick up the read.
I can tell you what it is.
Go, brother. Shoot.
It's CTE.
CTE. You think so? You think so? To be fair, that PlayStation controller's got one hell of a reverb on it when you get stunned. So I wouldn't be too surprised if that's caused a little bit of CTE. But man, I love watching Rype do his thing. I love watching VPaiin do his thing. I would like Rype to come back with a bit of an improved corner, with a couple of tactical adjustments after that. You know, first rock in the second round, he could have had a much different end to this bout. But I will say, though, I don't know if you saw that, the judges actually had the first round for PrimeTime as well. They had the first round for...
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'll bring it back on the screen. unanimously, that was all.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Had way more damage.
Yeah.
Like, the more significant strikes, because leg kicks count a lot of significant strikes.
But no fucking
like,
stuns, man. Like, the ability to, like, not have a clear correlation between the damage because of no stuns or rocks, and then the judge is still giving it to you, that feels like, I mean, I probably would have got myself cancelled there. It feels not good. It doesn't feel good, man. I'll leave it there. Feels like he's getting done out, you know, to be honest with you, of that first round. He won that first round, in my opinion, but hey ho, fuck it.
Well, it didn't matter. It didn't even matter because we didn't even look at the judges. They didn't even have
get
to
the decision.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah.
VPaiin did what he had to do. He put belt to ass. I'm ready for the next fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, the next one's a little bit different from what the graphic has up here. So the graphic says K1SYN or K1
Syndrome
against Oranges.
Linas.
Linas.
Yeah.
But Linas, I believe, is not around. I believe he's a little bit MIA right now. So we're gonna. No, it's not. Why is this highlighted on my card? Is he up against Leon Stolz? I think somebody changed.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's up in
somebody
Leon.
changed the wrong name. So is it Syndrome versus?
Yeah, it's Syndrome versus Leon.
Okay, lovely stuff. Well, these guys, because it's come together at short notice, I believe they're just about to go live, or if you're not, call out from the front. Go live, motherfuckers. Get yourself live, because we're about to get going on it. Installs, maybe it's a slightly different graphic. I don't know. Should be a fun fight though, man. The K1 camp has put on some really, really top level fighters in recent, recent seasons. And obviously, if you don't know, I guess you're about to find out. Leon Stolz, an absolute menace in this cage, former champion of this division.
Yeah, Leon Stolz, if I'm not mistaken, he had a tough loss recently. But Leon Stolz is a good fighter. Like, very good, very well-rounded, really good striking. He can also fight on his back foot or his front foot. Like, people see B3 and, they think, what I'm saying? They think and go forward. Leon can fight either way. He's a really good fighter, and I'm looking forward to this fight.
Okay, looks like there's some issue with the link that was brought across. He is actually live, so we're going to get into it. Here we go. Featherweight is the weight class. Looks like we're getting Max Holloway up against 178 Conor McGregor.
I like that. I like this fight.
Is this one boxing glove? Holloway, or is this? No, this is McGregor.
No, this is no. It's not that Max Holloway.
Yes. So this is Prime Holloway. Yeah, this looks to be Prime Holloway.
Yeah. This should be a really good fight between K1 Syndrome and Leon Stolz. It's just Max Holloway. He has to go first, and he has to stay out the way of that power from Conor McGregor. Like, he has to have the higher output, but he can't get caught taking pictures in the pocket, Cyrus.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly right. Too much power coming back his way. Got to be elusive in the way that you approach the engagements here this evening. Cannot allow yourself to fight and really be flat-footed in front of Conor McGregor. I'd like to see a couple of switch stances from him throughout the course of the fight, continue to change angles. I'd like to see a rangy leg attack from him, but Leon Stolz knows better than most. This guy has really good striking, man. His boxing is very clean.
Yeah, it's a lot faster pace than we used to, going all the way down to featherweight this time. But I went up. I suppose actually not, since we were in bantamweight, but neglecting that. I mean, both these guys so far still filling it out. Holloway, I would argue, is leading the fight so far, but Syndrome seems to really love those leg kicks right now.
Well, as he should. Oh, nice. I like the fight that Max is fighting, because he's trying to get his, he's trying to land one, and he's getting out of there because he cannot get caught in that pocket with Conor, because that may be the end, not just the end of the match, but it may be the end of his life. No, that's how Conor power works on this game.
I don't. I mean, Tapoya hits harder.
Yeah, but
I feel like McGregor really is not the type of McGregors that I think most people remember. Going back even to UFC 3 and UFC 4, this McGregor is what the current McGregor is a bit washed.
No, I still like this Conor on this game. I can't lie to you. I do like this Conor.
I agree.
It's just, yeah, I really if it's just pure striking, I would love to go against Ilya with this Conor. It's just kind of grappling is not where it's at, but striking, he's still really good. Now the one at lightweight, that 205 Conor, that's a god.
That is, yeah, that's cracked out of its own mind. It shouldn't be, but it is.
You know what's crazy about that Conor? That one day, he was one of the best fighters I've ever seen in my life. That one day specifically, those stats are accurate because he looked that way against Eddie Alvarez.
He did. God tier.
Yeah, it was.
Bro hit
I mean, we have Rype Eddie Alvarez.
Man, I felt bad. Yeah,
Really, I can't really tell who's winning this fight so far. It's kind of dead even. Both of them kicking the legs, both of them landing enough shots either way that I think it's honestly going to be a split until someone gets a stun. This type of fight is seeming like the type of fight where it's all calm. It's a good fight until suddenly someone gets rocked and then suddenly they lose all abilities to defend anything.
Yeah, it only takes one because it's very close, but one stun will take the momentum. Oof.
Nice work, man.
Very competitive round.
Yeah, highly competitive. K1 is smooth with it. Syndrome looking very good out there. Being kept very honest though by the impressive and fundamentally sound striking and boxing skills as a whole from Leon Stoles. The feint game from Leon tonight is very good, man. Like, he's done a really good job with those boxing combination feints just to kind of keep Syndrome from being able to close the distance without the worry of something coming back his way.
Ooh.
Leon putting a bit more out there. I mean, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's not. It's definitely feeling like you could see a bit of frustration starting to come out where McGregor's now starting to capitalise on it with that big combo there. The head kick's a bit more taxing on the stam as well. The obliques, I like the idea. Maybe not the greatest in the world just because of how risky they are with the hooks over the top.
I love the variation on the feints from Leon, once again, just to bring up the feints once more. He started, we've seen Syndrome start to find an opening in the feints and start to capitalize on it. And then instantly Leon switched it up and started looking up different feints and starting to throw a little bit more in between those feints as well, to keep him guessing. Both guys out here playing chess right now. This is not checkers. These guys are playing chess.
Yeah, I love Leon's fighting the right fight, and Syndrome's doing good too. It's just with Max, you got to be more perfect than Conor because Conor can put your lights out. I don't know if Max can even hurt him, but Leon is landing. It's just Max got the same hand power as me. He got pillow hands, Cyrus.
Bro, it's got to be death by 1,000 cuts, like 1,000 cuts to get it going with this Max Holloway.
This Holloway is definitely feeling like he needs to start a combo that McGregor then tries to engage, which miss times and then fails. McGregor, on the other hand, is looking to counter Holloway here. Very much seems to be the way. They're playing both to their strengths, and so far, neither of them have really made a big mistake necessarily. The leg kicks still going out, yet neither of them yet to make a big capitalization on it. And we're a minute and 20 left in this round. This is all to play for still.
Yeah, anybody's fight, absolutely. As they approach that 1 minute mark of the third round, you see Leon Stoles really start to turn it up now. He heard the phrase pillow hands. He said, "Fuck that! You're about to see some damage." Probably would have got a rock.
You can do damage with pillows. Yeah, you can do damage with pillows. You just got to hit somebody enough with a pillow. It's gonna start to hurt. It's gonna take a lot more work than what Conor has to put in to hurt you.
Kiss George says, "I thought Leon was PS. This is PS, man."
I'd love to see a couple more jab straights from Leon. Just getting them out there. That's what Holloway's known for. He's got the stam. He can do it all. Just a few more of them. Just try to keep that head. Even if it just forces the head off the move, get that jab going, fake the straight, then throw a rear hook afterwards, try to catch on the counter. Maybe something like that maybe would be suited for Holloway, especially since he's the one leading the fight. He's putting on the pressure for a lot of it. McGregor's the one kind of hanging on the back foot for a lot of it, and it's just, I don't think Syndrome would necessarily get the same informational read off of it that Holloway would here either.
Well, we're in the third and final round, all still to play for. Both guys really starting to try and turn up the heat a little bit now, Jay. Trying to take the judges out of it, I feel like.
You said both turn up the heat. Now it looks like one person is turning the heat up right now. It looks like Max is turning the heat up right now.
Oh, he's definitely the more of the aggressor. But Syndrome does seem to be happy to engage for the most part. Definitely trying to fire back some bombs, though not having the same success rate.
Oh, those hooks are landing cleanly each and every time.
Oh,
yeah, that's the issue with the obliques.
Yeah.
If it gets a bit scary, it's just the fact that they're treated like knees in this game, so you can just get a hook over the top and they can do so much damage. They don't even stun them that well, especially compared to calf kicks. Calf kicks, you normally get stumble or sort. That means you can avoid getting hit halfway through it.
I feel like he's got Syndrome second guessing himself now after a couple of big combinations. He almost had him rocked with the last one after that overhand landed. Good job by Syndrome trying to answer back right now, though. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god. Yeah, now all that damage started to add up because realistically, he's been piecing up Connor for a while now, Doc.
Yeah, he's been picking him up for so long, and it's just impressive. I mean, both of them very careful, very particular in their degrees. I mean, so far, honestly. Oh, lovely.
That was lovely. The start to step back into the combination.
He's flowing. He's flowing right now. Right now, he can do no wrong, Cyrus.
It definitely feels like that.
He can do no wrong right now.
He's moments away from a finish, bro. Ooh. Although it feels like the writing is on the wall, still has to be respectful of the power that comes back his way from Conor McGregor. And you can see that understanding from Leon Stolz as he takes a moment to reset and lands another combination. This is beautiful.
Lovely stone, pushing the pace. 20 seconds left on the clock. McGregor's the one who's got to be careful where the block is gone. The uppercut lands.
Is it over, guys?
I don't know, maybe.
It looks about over. It looks about over.
I kind of want to see it go to the judges.
It looks about over. Goodness, man, that was a great fight. That was a great performance by Leon Stolz, man. Especially once he got in a flow state, Cyrus, he could do no wrong.
Really couldn't, man. Really couldn't. No, that look at that very end when he was like battering down his block, chipping away at the head health. That's when some sort of well, it's where a dumb motherfucker like me would have thrown a head kick and got knocked out, but not Leon Stolz. He stuck to state, keeping it fundamentally sound, mixing up some variations in the boxing, and ultimately was able to work his way to a finish. We said death by 1,000 cuts, and that's definitely what it was here this evening. Very competitive until it wasn't, and then just that wave of combinations from Max Holloway was too much for Syndrome here this evening. Conor McGregor not able to hold up to that pure output from Leon, man. Just beautiful, beautiful.
Man, that was great. That was a great fight to watch, and Leon said, "I'm fucking back." That's what he said. He needed that motherfucking ass whooping that he took the week before. He needed that to wake him up. Now he's back. He had to hit his head real quick to remember who he was, Cyrus.
Look, steel sharpens, or iron sharpens iron, and like that's what happened, bro. He got a little bit checked last time out. Made him remember who he was. Went back to the back into the lab, back into the training room, and came back this week looking phenomenal. Syndrome is not an easy fight for absolutely anybody. Has some really well-rounded skills, but this evening Leon Stolz fought an absolutely impeccable fight. Great work, man. Absolutely great work. it sets us up very, very nicely for the next one, which is actually scheduled to be our featured fight of the prelim. It's going to be between CleaningTuba and Haz. I believe Haz stepping in on short notice. But just before we go to that, this has become a recurring thing this week, or the last couple of weeks, I feel like, where there has been... It's always EasyWork who you're going to see in the co-main event. But this motherfucker, he does it again, bro. He does it again. I'm just going to show you guys. Why does he do this stuff to me? Why does he do this stuff to me? Why does he do this? Why does he do this to me, bro?
Yeah. Hey, Cyrus looks good on you, Cyrus. It looks good on you.
No, I love it, really. That's hilarious. All right, so yeah, without further ado, we'll get into it. EasyWork, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. So yeah, should be a fun fight. CleaningTuba's had a bit of a really rough run this season, man. He's had some great highs and some low lows. He's running 9-9 in the division right now. He's obviously fought the best of the best, but finds himself on the outer end of the top 10 to top 15. MBK has stepping in on short notice. I'm a little bit less familiar with him, Doc. Do you, because obviously I don't have a record on that here. So what can you tell us?
Debut from the amateur team, 1-0. He didn't originally want this fight when I offered it to him. He didn't originally want it, asked what the weight was, and then took it based on that. I don't think he's had a good time fighting CleaningTuba, and yet he still took this fight. So I commend him for that. That's what I can say. I look forward to it. I wish him good luck. I think, judging by my conversation with him, this fight is definitely an uphill fight for him. But, as we all know, under the bright lights, everything changes.
Okay, so basically what you said is he thinks CleaningTuba is going to beat the dog shit out of him, but he's going to try anyway. That's what you're saying.
I mean, to use the exact words, CleaningTuba has exploited the fuck out of him. I don't quite know what that means. I didn't ask. But he decided to then change his tune 5 minutes later and took the fight anyway. So I commend him for wanting this live fight, for doing it. So it also he's been around the community for years at this point, I feel like.
Oh, bro, gotta be careful of that right there. That power, too much. A little bit more elusive. Use the straight to your advantage.
Oh,
he's gonna continue to
Jesus.
stack up this damage.
Oh, so here's the thing. He said that he got exploited. He got cheesed, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets scary, because someone that's exploiting you to win, that's one thing. Somebody exploiting you when they don't need to and they're just trying to make you mad, that's another thing. When they don't need to do that and they're just doing it because they can.
What's also the fact I wouldn't exactly ever describe CleaningTuba as someone who exploits. Normally, whenever we see him on Peter, he's never doing anything that draws any questions. Normally, the man's 9-9 for a reason. No offense to the guy.
So you're saying there's a reason he keeps getting beat up. Like, Doc, why are you sending shots at him? What did he do to you?
Who, CleaningTuba or Haz?
Whoever you said there's a reason he's 9-9. That's what you just said.
Tonight. You know,
I'm taking his Swaggy's energy.
Greg is fighting Haz, and Doc said, "Fuck you both." That's what it feels like has happened here this evening. I don't know, guys. I don't know why the hate. He may be 9-9, but he's fought the who's who. He's always fighting the most difficult fights, man. And ultimately, other than the top guys, Jay, the top guys who struggle with the well-rounded variation of CleaningTuba's fight style, like that's what most people struggle with. It. The top of the top seem to have an answer, and so might Haz here this evening. Oh my god, what a combination, bro!
Hold on, listen. Maybe when he didn't want to fight him, maybe he was playing mind games, Doc. Maybe he really believes he can beat him up. He's just saying that.
Maybe.
That being said, get off the cage. That being said, get the fuck off the cage. That is a real Leon Edwards problem too.
Yeah, it just seems like Haz's footwork's a bit lacking in places so far, because a lot of it has just been Usman standing in front of Leon Edwards and just walloping through his block and then just powering his head health until he gets unconscious nearly.
Oh yeah. It's over.
Goodness.
It's over, guys. Yeah, that's.
CleaningTuba does it again, man. CleaningTuba does it again.
Yeah.
Look, we'll give Haz another shot on the live card. Not against somebody that's ranked 12th.
No.
Like
give him a gun next time. Give him a gun next time. Yes, because you said give him a shot. No, you need to give him a weapon he can send shots with, because there's no way. That was a mismatch there. No disrespect to him, but he should have been in there with CleaningTuba.
Well, he took it on short notice. Obviously, there was a reason that he was hesitant to accept.
That was for sure. Yeah, there was for sure a reason, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but he does need to work his way up, fight somebody more on his caliber when he's just coming up, Cyrus.
Yeah, I agree. That's why he's going to get another shot. That's why he's going to get another shot, earn his stripes here at Primetime MMA. But with all of that being said, lads, the full effect of the Primetime Guarantee is in effect here this evening. Nothing but finishes across the board so far, and we expect that to continue for the other 5 fights scheduled. So as you can see on the card, we had 10 fights of nothing but pure virtual violence scheduled for Primetime 173. We are 4 fights in, 6 left to go. To kick off the main card, we're going to be having Jrilla up against Fishman. Now, Fishman's always a funny name, and for people who don't know, this guy is an absolutely terrifying grappling threat. He has taken people to the ground who are at the top of each of the of the division. I believe he even fought maybe back in the GP doc, if I'm not mistaken, and had a really good run. His ground game is scary, is basically my point. And Jrilla,
I feel like he came out as a dark horse.
He did, yeah. He fought some really good guys. Even in the first leg, he was like lowly seeded, and then just really outperformed. Did very well. His grappling is a genuine threat. And then on the other side, EK's Jrilla. I did not know Jrilla was in EK these days. Jrilla has done phenomenal work. He's kind of like the opposite, man. He's purely got those paws to lay on you, striking like no other. So kind of your throwback fight to striker and grappler. Now, I would have already gone live, but he was on a pause menu for what felt like a fucking eternity. Luckily, he's off that pause menu now, and we are about ready to go, I feel like. Lightweight is the division. Jrilla looks like he might be going Islam Makhachev. Fishman going Ilya, and that's kind of a mad pick for me. Are you thinking
Ilya's... Man, listen, Ilya can do anything on here, except beat Islam. But,
I mean, even then, honestly, I think I like Ilya better. The main issue Ilya has at lightweight is the fact he's 4 foot tall.
Dang, listen,
like you've got Dan Hooker at lightweight.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Like Ilya is kind of
Jalen Turner as well.
He's kind of puny, kind of miniature for
lads,
for that weight class.
You know that height is only effective if it's utilized correctly. It's not like it's you being taller instantly makes you a better fighter. So let's put that out there. Especially with the way that Ilya fights, he has the boxing, which goes a long way when it comes to striking and equalizing that height difference.
Oh, if you want to talk about boxing, so far Jrilla has been the better boxer, dropping Fishman earlier on the round, probably the quickest knockdown so far we've seen this card. Fishman, the one who's down so far.
Kind of as anticipated, right? Like we knew that Jrilla's striking was absolutely next level. Fishman needs a takedown, and he gets one.
And he gets it.
3 minutes 30 as well. That's a lot of time to work.
Yes, listen, as you called for it, but he needed that. Even if he doesn't do much damage, you just gotta reset it a little bit, change the pace of this fight, because it started off horrible for you. Islam dropped him within the first minute of this fight.
That's a lovely deny. Instantly was on the dash choke going for the reversal there. It was quite nice, and lovely building up a GA as well though. And now it's a bit more calm. It's not great position. Lovely deny of the top mount as well. If you're Fishman here, you've got a DAS, I think, from backside if you wanted that. Or you probably just want full guard and then look to a reversal and then build from there. If you're Islam, side control, the normal top mount stuff. It depends which way you want to go. Probably a posture up sooner rather than later, otherwise you're just going to get stood up here, it feels like.
Oh,
that's brilliant.
Nice.
Great DAS, and he's got his stamina drained. This is a submission right now from him.
And that's
No way.
perfect sub defense.
Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised he got out.
Yeah, me too. And that's called a missed opportunity by Ilya right there. You need that, especially how you start off the round. That's a missed opportunity, and he's gonna be kicking himself about it if he loses this fight too. Oh, never mind. And the boxing.
The power's there, but so far Jrilla's mixing up a bit more, digging down to that body in a few more occasions. Seems like he's just able to land the cleaner shots just from confusion where the block is on Tapoye so far. Although Tapoye is still showing that he's got the power, he's still got the ability to really just massively stun Islam here and take the win if he can get the shots off, which so far is looking like Jrilla just has more control. He has the better defense and the better footwork.
Ooh. Nice.
And these guys are really leaving it out there right now. Both guys kind of approaching the midway point of stamina. And we're just at the end of round 1. It was 0 to 100 in 0.1 at the beginning of this rocket round.
Man, listen. Even though Ilya got dropped early, Ilya had some success. Even on the ground, he messed up, but he had success there. He stunned him on the feet too. So it's not like that round was a wash. He could build some confidence from that round, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely can, but he's got to be so careful. I mean, both these dudes have. You can just see the damage of Tapoye, even with the lower head health. No, with the higher head health of Islam, the power of Tapoye can do massive damage. And because Islam's already landed so much, the power of Islam can do quite a lot of damage here as well.
Nice. I'm not mad at this. It's a great takedown.
This is what you want from Fishman. He's clearly not having the best of times on the feet. I mean, taking it down, keeping it so he can be the only one offensive, whilst Jrilla's supposed to be defensive. It definitely seems like the Islam pick was more used as a counter pick as we proceed to see him stall, using the back sitting fake.
3 minutes left in round 2. A lot of time for Fishman to be able to get something going.
Trying to slam him back down.
I like the way that Fishman is so composed on the ground. Like, he really takes his time. It's not that he's just doing nothing, but he will. He doesn't just kind of like unload when he's in a ground and pound position because he knows he may get reversed. So he takes his time, picks his shots, and therefore limits his possibilities of getting reversed or stood back up.
Yeah, it's slow and steady. It's methodical in this approach. I think there's definitely going to be a point where Jrilla's kind of seems like he's grappling is time wasting. He's not going to do a lot, but what he is going to do is he's going to make life extremely difficult. That's his entire style here. He's happily lived in sprawl if he could do. He's just, which makes that type of grappling really frustrating, especially with how effective he is on the feet. It means you can't get a lot of damage up unless you're really good on the ground, and Fishman's definitely able to do that, but he's got to put a bit more work in than probably he's used to, and that's going to really be consequential as time goes on because of how much concentration that takes.
Yeah, like the way it's on the feet, Jrilla is getting so much damage off so quickly. It's not taking very long for him to get massive pools of damage off, and obviously we know how much the judges favor that if it does make it that far. But all of those shots missed. Fishman just threw a 5-piece and not a single one landed. But that one did.
Yeah, both of these guys are looking... Oh, bloody hell, that's fantastic. Lovely taunt there, but I probably would have jumped. Oh, that straight tracked a bit like a mental person, but nonetheless, chaotic ending. Again, I actually don't know who was winning that, to be honest. I think the knockdown may have favoured Tapoye, but did Islam score a knockdown? I can't remember. Nonetheless, we go into round 3. Maybe it's a 1-1 going into this one, and we will find out if we get to the judges' scorecards. But with a stun like that, maybe you don't see it already, and Jrilla's got to be a bit more defensively sound. He's got the defense. He is the better striker, arguably. Fishman definitely the better grappler, but just a case of every fight stands on the feet, and you're seeing that now.
Oh, that up kick once again, saving more life than seatbelts.
I know I missed some great action. I know I did.
There was a lot, bro. There was a lot that happened. Oh my goodness.
So, is the even fight? What's going on right now?
It's hard to say. One guy's going
oh, it's not even. Hey, no, it's not even. Okay, I come back and he's about to get finished.
That's it.
He's not finished yet.
That's it.
I come back and he's done. Look, I come back and he's. Okay, so.
The funny thing is, Jake, the funny thing is that Fishman actually found some advantages on the feet before that, and then all of a sudden Jrilla switched it around, landed 2 or 3 stuns in a row, was able to follow it up on the ground. Great bounce back, and he is spamming thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Respect.
Yeah, he don't respect him. So here's the thing, right? So I heard the fight was closer. That's what you're telling me. But when I come back, the fight gets finished right when I come back. And you know what's crazy?
Fishman's unlucky charm.
So the animation where he fell was the same animation from the first drop. He fell the same way.
Yeah, and it's just that he was able to follow up this time because obviously the up kick saved him that first time, not the second. A little bit of an off time from Jrilla was able to allow him to follow him to the ground and get those finishes. I knew he was going to get it, man. Jrilla's got some really nice ground and pound, some nice variation to it. Yeah, beautiful. I enjoyed that fight, man. I enjoyed that fight. A little bit of a different stylistic setup to the ones that we've seen already. Nice to have some variation in that. But talking about variation, talking about stylistic matchups, this next one is anticipated to be a very, very fun one, aka Dave, the absolute fucking menace himself, double champ, if you will, stepping back into the cage here this evening, going up against K1's very own Deadpooly, a man that's been on a mission to put his name and the name of his camp in everybody's minds when they think about PS top competitors. Deadpooly so far has had a very varied run here in this season. He has won some great fights, lost maybe 1 or 2 that he shouldn't have. Dave, on the other hand, I don't actually have his record here, but I think he's in a similar position. He's won a couple of good fights and maybe lost 1 or 2, but he's been mainly fighting on short notice, has Dave, in recent events. I don't think tonight's any different. I believe he's stepping in on short notice.
6 and 5.
6 and 5? That's kind of crazy for Dave. I gotta be real for you. That's
He's been around the place. He's been having fun and games.
I feel like it's short notice. I feel like Dave's just fighting on short notice every time, man. Like he does better with preparation. That's what.
Well, he had a great win last week.
But these guys are there. Hopefully, we're gonna get these guys underway. Dominic Cruz up against 207's Cody Garbrandt by the looks of things. You guys, we got one ready up. Now it's on Dave. Dave's never let us down before. I don't think he's going to start right now.
He may have fallen asleep. Who knows? It's Dave. He's always asleep before cards. I swear the man has alarm clocks basically for when any league starts. It's a bit scary.
Okay, he has a really good Cody Garbrandt. That's who he won with last week. It was Cody Garbrandt versus Sean O'Malley. And he did a good job closing the distance, which is tough to do. But Dom's is not necessarily a shorter fighter, but he's way shorter than Sean, so it's going to be easier to close the distance, Iris.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. And you are right, man. Dave's Cody is one of the best that there is. He utilizes the head movement and the boxing so cleanly. His range management is impeccable. Deadpooly is, funnily enough, kind of much like Dominic Cruz, a very unorthodox fighter with the way that he approaches the game. So the variance in the strikes, the unorthodox approach that he will take could offset the rhythm of Dave, but only time will tell.
I've never seen... This is such an insane fight, considering his pitch. You got Prime Cruz, a man who is more skittish than a cat when they're just scared of people. And then you have Cruz, who is... we saw Peter Yan earlier, who walked forward and just bullied his way. That is Cody Garbrandt. And the thing is here, typically Cody in any of his fights, you have to be a bit careful with his chin, because his chin is more sensitive than a piece of glass having a rock thrown to it. However, you're fighting Dominic Cruz, a man who has pillow hands. It's a really weird matchup, this is.
Yeah, it's interesting because realistically, Cody has every physical advantage. Realistically, but his chin doesn't work.
What
Dom
chin?
has great footwork and grappling.
No, you're exactly right. There are a lot of people underutilize that area of Dominic Cruz's game. His grappling is kind of fundamental to what he does, to be honest with you. People remember the little L steps he does, the switching of stance, the unorthodox lunging strikes, but they always forget about the fact that he is a very high-level grappler. His wrestling is very high level. Oh, Deadpooly though. Deadpooly remembers that shit.
Great take.
Man, those are some great denials right there. You were still able to not get the follow-up, Jay, but the denials were massive. I mean, Deadpooly really on it.
Yeah, this is a really good fight. And Cody's stamina kind of concerns me, even more than his chin right now. Nice.
I like the leg kick trades right now. The inside leg kick from Cruz has kept him honest. Dave tried to answer back with a couple of his own, finding it a little bit difficult to land the body shots due to the footwork of Dominic Cruz, who is actually switching stances like a demon right now. Really good work, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's winning this, but what I can say is Deadpooly's done a fantastic job. That's pretty much it so far. It's like, I genuinely could not tell you who's winning. Probably Cody, yep, as expected. But Cruz is looking good. He's putting on a very good performance. Which, I mean, there's one thing. Either winning a fight, that's one thing. Putting on a good performance is another thing. And to be honest, Deadpooly may not be winning this, but he's doing a very good performance. And he's got another 2 rounds to implement Cruz's full game, which includes the wrestling. I think if he can get this on the map, on the mat, and then start doing a bit more damage there, I think he's definitely in a good chance for running this. On the feet, however, I think it really is about this footwork and just causing chaos.
Nice. He got to get off the cage, especially going against somebody as powerful as Cody. Nice.
He needs as much room to work at all times, otherwise Cody will be able to unload with combinations. Deadpooly very aware of that. Doing a good job of not being trapped so far. The footwork has been impeccable. The switch up to the body. Man, he's doing a really good job of just continuing to variate on MK Dave, not allowing him to settle into a rhythm so far.
I can't imagine the level of frustration Dave is probably dealing with right now. Like, he's trying to corner Deadpooly, and every moment he's just suddenly he's the one with his back against the cage instead of Dominic Cruz. You're seeing here again, the man's just moving around the ring like he's on ice skates, and he doesn't give a damn in the world what shots he takes, because 5 seconds later he's out of the pocket and he's just leaping back in with another 3 shots anyway. Now you're starting to see the takedowns starting to come in, which is lovely what you want to be seeing here. Because I think this is the way Deadpooly wins. If he can get this ground game to be effective, he's got a win in his bag, but he's got to start implementing within the next round and a half.
Well, I think he's already been doing it, Doc, is the reality here. I think he's been doing it, and I think the fact that although he hasn't taken it to the ground yet, that's down to Dave's, kind of takedown defense. Just the threat of it, Jay, just the threat of it really has a bit of an impact on the way that, AKA Dave has to approach this fight.
Yeah, and Dom was doing a great job piecing him up as he was coming into the pocket. It may not hurt much because Dom can't punch, but them points are adding up. And like Doc said, this distance is tough to close.
Nice work, man. I'm very impressed by Deadpooly. I don't want to jinx the dude, but because so far he is having a bit of a standout performance. This is his best performance to date, in my opinion. If he's able to maintain this, this would be very, very impactful for his confidence levels about challenging the upper levels of Primetime MMA.
Stylistically, I love this look. Like aesthetically, technicality wise, this is a fantastic fight. This would have been fantastic to see against someone like Rype, right? Like in terms of their style colliding, that would be a matchup that I would love to see. Here, watching him fight Dave's Cody Garbrandt and Dave playing what is arguably the meta style, it's somewhat tough because again, it does feel like in some places Dave is sneaking the shot.
It's 2-0.
Yeah, it's 2-0 today.
Never mind. Wait. Them significant strikes.
Yeah, but it's 26 to 34. Like,
yeah.
And Cody hits way harder. It's going to be the damage.
So it's probably 2-0. It's probably
2-0. I would love for it to not be 2-0. I would love for Deadpooly to be praised for this and for the game to recognise his style as something that's actually worthwhile.
You take statistics out of this, Deadpooly's winning the fight. Like, in my opinion, I'm just watching the fight.
It's a tie. It's a tie.
It's a close
because
one.
If you take stats off this fight, it's 1-1. If you're taking stats out the fight.
Yeah, no, most definitely. That round is the better looking round. But if you're going by how the game judges, I think it is still Dave's.
Look, even Naz in the chat agrees with me, man. Like he said, Dave, low-key, you're down too. Even though he's probably not. Deadpooly's fighting a fucking ace game right now, bro. Like, it's hard to say otherwise. Like, it's not that Dave isn't doing anything. He fucking is, but like if this was a real fight, if this wasn't like, on the game, I'd be saying that Dom's winning right now. He's just been more elusive. He's been more percentage-wise. He's landing a lot better. This is a high fight. Dave has obviously found some great moments to answer back and land off some damage. He's really starting to try and press the action, but
I think as time's gone on, Deadpooly's got more confidence. He's made the bigger reads, and like you're starting to see that with the way with he's landing with combos as well. Like he's doing.
Oh, hold on. Nah. Oh, he needed that too. I think Deadpooly's more efficient. Like he's a lot more efficient for sure.
I mean, I would love to see this cruise every week. I can't lie. This is a beautiful fight in terms of
call me crazy. He need to get off the cage for. I think he does need like I'm not a judge, so it could be 1-1, it could be 2-0. So I can't be comfortable here. I have to press.
Dave suddenly seems like he's out of water. Like he's done a pretty good job so far as like feeling comfortable, and then suddenly it feels like in the last 3 minutes everything's kind of unraveled in front of him and he doesn't know how.
I don't know, man. I actually kind of feel like almost the opposite. I feel like Dave's starting to have more success, if anything.
It's a well thought out game plan by Deadpooly.
Yeah,
I gotta commend him for that.
Yeah. That leg kick's working by Dave. I think it's a little bit too late now, considering how low that leg health still has a good 3 or 4 kicks to go. But it has forced a switch stance. Whether or not that stays true necessarily is something to still be seen. But with 50 seconds left in play, this is the stun, the knockdown in favour of Deadpooly. Deadpooly's won this round, so it's just depending on how you see the round 1 and 2 here.
Ooh, nice.
Excellent fight, man. 20 seconds left on the clock. Looks like we're going to the judges' scorecards, but
I'll take another 2 rounds of this.
Yeah, this was a fun fight, man. This was a real fun fight. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Jesus.
One more of those, he may have been out. Oh, Dom. Oh, yeah.
Dom won. Okay, let's have a look at these scorecards.
I think that's the right decision.
Okay, there we go.
I think that's the right decision.
Because if it's 1-1 going into that
round 2.
Yeah, if it's 1-1, and he clearly won round 3.
Yeah, he clearly won
round 3.
Looks like Dave has ended the stream. Don't think he was too happy with the judges' scorecard, but like that's cool. We're not going to see the statistics of it, but I feel like that was the right decision, and I love Dave, man. I really do. I'm one of his biggest supporters, but that was the right call in my opinion. With that one in the bag, so lads, we have the next fight, and Doc, you know this as well because I'm sure you got the message, and I don't know what was up with the call out, but FinalBlawk wanted this fight, and that's crazy to me. He wanted DirtyDave,
Yeah, he wanted DirtyDave.
okay.
I mean, he also wanted Warrior, but the Warrior fight ended up being given to JUFC, as you see on the card. But yeah, FinalBlawk wanted Dave, and Dave agreed to it. So it's like, okay, fine. This is like a massive jump up for Dave in terms of the rankings, but in terms of like overall, this is like FinalBlawk wants to go against a guy who is notoriously not only a decision merchant, but he is sadistic in how much he knows about the game sometimes. Like he will spend 2-3 days in practice mode without playing the game and figuring out every tiny bit that's possible.
DirtyDave is a guy that's probably spent more time in the training lab than he has actually playing games against real people. Like, kind of like gives me American Psycho vibes in the way he approaches UFC 5. But I do love it. I feel like it leads to technical excellence. It leads to picture-perfect inputs, JayDime, and what makes him one of the biggest threats in the division. Now, he's been away for a long time, but he's 1-0 right now. And he's going up against ranked number 5 FinalBlawk, who wanted the fucking fight, man. And I'll say that again. He wanted DirtyDave, and that is fucking crazy.
Man, I love a good call out because, listen, FinalBlawk obviously believe he's built for this, and DirtyDave is not on his level. I love stuff like this. Let your nuts hang.
Just to quickly drag it back, I did ask about the scorecards. It was 29-28.
2-1, yeah.
And Deadpooly won the second as well.
Yeah, second
For
and
those who
third.
are interested. Yeah, second and third there. Well, moving back into this right here. Edwards, Usman, Prime, Usman. I don't know which variant of Edwards this is. Edwards has so many variants that all look the same.
He said they all look the same, too.
Well, there's only like slight differences in the shorts outside of like one that has green shorts.
I'm the one with that one, Betty. We appreciate you, mama. This is a pretty fast start for Dave.
Yeah, it is a bit. I think this Usman has force of nature. I'm going to double check now. If it does, it would maybe explain a bit. Like, Dave's just trying to get the damage done, get his chin health advantage already. Yeah, this Usman does have force of nature, so that makes sense.
The axe kick.
I hate that kick, bro. I can't even hold you.
I do too.
I want to see the fight in which Usman does it.
I think I remember him in the highlights doing it one time in his career. But you know how this game works? If someone does something one time, they'll just give it to them.
Yeah.
I mean, him and
What do you say? Colby Covington has done a tornado kick. Was it a lazy tornado kick? Yes. Did it land?
Yes.
No. But did he try it?
But
Yes,
he tried
Does Bisping have a tornado kick in this game?
I don't think so. That'd be wild if he did.
Use Michael Bisping.
Is Bisping the one who did the tornado kick? Who did the tornado kick?
Colby Covington.
I don't. Yes. Oh, lovely takedown.
And this is the DirtyDave of old. Always had some good striking, but his grappling is really where he excels.
Just
He's
bread and butter right here.
methodical. He is ridiculous. He is. Yeah, he is a weird person on the ground. I think even he will admit it. He's got some like robotic tendencies, and so far, FinalBlawk has managed to deny every single one of them, and put him in full guard, which honestly quite good. All things considered, with 12 seconds left, not much is going to happen here.
Here.
And a bow of respect.
Okay.
So, round one done and dusted. I think that's Dave. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe we'll see a score.
I'm just looking at
card.
Leon's right eye. That's what I care about. That right eye.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning. Maybe you can see a doctor stoppage as time goes on if Dave can keep targeting. Dave is the type of person to target cuts as well, I feel like. We haven't seen him about a place for a bit, but like...
Whoa!
Oh, okay. What in the world?
He can't target a cut while he's on his back.
No, he can't. That uppercut was
That was
perfect.
nasty. That was like a shotgun.
That was like the Leon Head's kick.
Yeah. I ain't seen Leon throw a strike that powerful in a long time.
He's too busy having his back against the cage, and I mean,
Yeah.
FinalBlawk is managing not to do with that. He's holding that centering octagon. Dave's the one coming forward, and this is looking like FinalBlawk. It's a really good fight for FinalBlawk right now.
Come on, he's bleeding good. Let's make it worse.
I thought this was going to be a fight where we see the typical striker versus grappler, and Dave is just the one shooting, and he's just holding position, top mount for a bit, gets up one time, and then FinalBlawk has a couple good moments before getting back on his back. But so far, Dave is happy to engage in the striking, and FinalBlawk so far has done a fantastic job, even getting a knockdown earlier on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. If I'm Dave, I'm like, you know how they're having this striking battle. I'm gonna let him think we're getting into a striking battle. I'm gonna shoot. I gotta shoot. Cause FinalBlawk is having a lot of success this round.
I mean, FinalBlawk is currently up this round so far. Oh, not an easy takedown compared to last round.
Well, FinalBlawk clearly knows something, right? Like, I think this might be the first time DirtyDave's ever been called out. Like, in years. Be real with you.
FinalBlawk want that smoke. He wants that. He's looking forward to this. In his head, he think this is easy work for him. This is, you know what I'm saying? In his head, he think this is a mismatch, and not for him.
Attack that cut. Let's go. Hit it.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Did he bite off more than he could chew? We're gonna find out, but
There it is. He's cut.
It's a real close fight right now.
Most definitely is.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm scared in every engagement because it just looks like FinalBlawk is having a more.
oh my god!
Jesus.
And that's the second drop of the round, and it's looking like he didn't bite off more than he could chew right now.
Oh my, this is close, man. Dave has to be very careful. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. It's
Dave
1-1.
is taking like 4 for every 1 he's landing, and it's just not going anywhere good for his head health right now. Like, he's just like, he's being murdered.
Yeah, he just got saved by the bell. Is the reality.
Man. This may be FinalBlawk's coming out party right here. Oh.
Dave just needs a takedown. He needs a takedown. He needs to hold it for 4.5 minutes.
That's it.
Oh
He's
my
done him,
god.
bro.
Oh well.
He's done him.
It's over. Listen, there is. Oh, he let him back up. Oh my goodness!
he's
Put him
locked
back down.
again.
Oh.
But he gets up again.
Oh, he's getting disrespectful now. Cause he could have ground and pounded him twice just now, Cyrus.
Absolutely, he could have. And look, he may very well get the finish in short succession. But we've seen this in the past. Don't play with your food.
Why did see? This is the problem. He shouldn't have played with his food. Now, he gave Dave a chance. This is what Dave wants. And if he loses this match because of this, ooh,
That's good.
nice.
But Dave's got to be careful.
Axe kick.
There's actually frustration showing from Dave right now. That axe kick was lazy, bro.
I want you to make that cut worse now.
Nice combination, though.
The problem is with an axe kick, it's something you throw one time in a fight. You hit someone, cool. You do not throw it again.
Mix up those strikes. All right, come on. Let's go. You
Trying to push forward Dave, but every time it's it.
Oh,
Just
my.
the fact that FinalBlawk's shot choice is so much better this time around.
Oh. Oh, good defense.
scramble, get up. Scramble.
This time decides to follow him. Good denial in the side control. Elbows being rained down right now.
Oh.
Chipping away at that already compromised head health.
Nope. It's looking over. It's looking over, guys. Or it's been over, to be real with you. But
It really has. Nice defense from DirtyDave. That is it.
Hey, listen, FinalBlawk, great performance. He didn't bite off more than he could chew. That last 2 rounds were dominant. The last 2, that's where he turned everything around. That's a beautiful performance.
Absolutely.
That was...
He knew something we did, man. He called out the guy that never gets called out, DirtyDave. And he was able to really showcase where he's at here this evening. Actually, a masterful performance from FinalBlawk, who advances to 4-1 in the division, maybe finding himself with a title opportunity in the very near future. I'm thoroughly impressed by that, though. I don't know about you, bro.
Yeah, I mean...
3 minutes, 51 seconds.
Yeah. Honestly, Dave was up in my books, but then as the fight continued, FinalBlawk was... I mean, FinalBlawk's shot selection was probably the best I've seen against Dave for however long.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, and then just everything else on top of that. Even on the ground, it was like pretty impressive. Yeah, nothing else to really say there apart from good fucking job.
Well, lads, we now move on to the last fight of the main card before we move into our co-main and main events of Primetime 173. It is going to be a very, well, for me personally, a highly anticipated bout between EK Warrior and JUFC. If you don't know who these guys are, you don't know what they bring to the table, you're going to find out very, very quickly. Do not blink. Do not leave your seats. This one is going to be a barn burner.
Okay, here we go. These are the kind of fights I like to see.
Allowing JUFC to get the Conor McGregor pick is fucking wild, Jay. That is so wild.
Yeah, because he's gonna all gas, no brakes. Soon as this game starts, he's gonna go straight forward.
So, like, just before this, in like the fight chat, Jay was like complaining about the fact that Volkanovski was allowed to be 5 stars. Like, he was wanting Warrior to go for 4.5 stars. Whether that's just to annoy Warrior, be difficult, or legitimate is unknown since it is Jay. But he was complaining about it, so let that be known as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, JUFC likes to play that mental warfare. I'll be real with you. He does. He most certainly does. He takes the full holistic approach to this game. You know, Jay, he will fight you in the cage and he will fight you out of the cage the week leading up for sure.
And I respect that. That mental warfare is a part of the game. But okay, that's a great takedown. Okay, he didn't get it, but Jay is a fighter who's never going to use range. It don't matter what fighter he uses. He's going to fight at the same range. He's going to be in your chest no matter what.
Yeah, his training drills, he puts 1 foot in that tire, he gets his opponent to do the same, and then he fires bombs, bro. That's what he does. He lives and dies in that speed. They are absolutely trading in the pocket. I'm just going to ask because your camera is frozen. Doc, are you still alive?
I am still alive.
Okay, your dog. I mean, your mic's still here. That's cool. That's
that's good. Oh,
Yeah,
my!
you're kind of frozen. You're kind of.
At least the mic's there, bro. At least that's. Just leave it there, brother. We'll sort it out.
Yeah, you're just going to be frozen for right now.
Fantastic.
It'll snap back at the most unflattering moment for you, Doc. Don't worry. Always happens. EK Warrior doing a good job of his engagements right now. Has to be a little careful pressed up against this behind these black lines, though. I like another takedown attempt. He uses the turn to try and bring himself back to the center of the cage, but Jay intelligently reverses that with the clinch and gets a takedown of his own.
Nice. That's nice hip toss by Conor. I've never seen him do that, but he's been in the lab working, so.
Interested to see him continue to engage in this position. He's doing a good job with the denials, but
Nice.
Good work. Both in the defense and the attempt at the offense. But these denials are absolutely lights out right now. Oh,
Oof.
my goodness.
It's looking ugly.
Mr. Warrior, I mean, Warrior's been in positions like this before. He fully knows what to do and how to deal with these, but fact of the matter is under the bright lights, and sometimes those moments are difficult.
Round 2 starting up, 4 minutes 50. Not wasting any time. Back to press in the action, JDime. Not allowing Warrior a moment to breathe. Just really on him.
Oh. Yeah, it's not. The thing is, EK Warrior got to earn some respect because you know Jay ain't never going to stop going forward.
Thing is, even when he's got that respect, Jay will continue to press forward. He will live and die by this.
Man, he got to stun him.
Yeah.
He's going to have to. It may not discourage him that much, but it'll at least make him take a back step, and now you could take control of this cage. Like you.
Oh, there it
there
is.
There we go. There you go. There. That's the respect right there. And it's a whole different fight now, Cyrus.
It really is. But then again,
now until
he gets it back. Big stun.
And then he gets it back.
Good thing is for Warrior though, he's still up. He got a stun and a knockdown. JUFC just getting a stun so far. A lot of time for both guys to work though, Doc.
Sure, I mean, both of these guys, you'll be so delicate and careful, even in the halfway through round 2. Any way this can go, and as you're seeing there, a massive stun digging down, and again, Volkanovski can be right back in your fight with the power. McGregor may have hands, but a head kick there and one misstep, and Warrior is just going to absolutely put you into the ground if you're not careful.
Yes, sir. And as this happens, as the action continues to be pressed in the octagon, the one and only Jrilla coming through with another community gifted sub. 5 of them to be exact. Shout out that man right there. No subs. No ads.
Oh!
But there is a knockout! EK Warrior! EK Warrior did it!
Hey, you cannot go wrong.
That back straight just took his head off. No, that step back straight just put him out of here.
Bro.
I know, listen, I know Jay is mad right now. That step back straight took his head off his shoulders.
That's fucking crazy right there. That is craziness. My goodness, that was... I'm lost for words. It doesn't happen often, but I'm lost for words. I did not see that coming. I didn't think he was up like that. I didn't think that Jay was in that finishing territory, but sometimes it's just the right shot lands at the right time. And it separates that man from his consciousness. Well, I can't wait to see JUFC going wild in the chat later in Discord. That's a guaranteed. As EK Warrior picks up a massive W, that is fucking madness. Flabbergasted, to say the frickin' least. I said don't blink. I did not see it happening like that, but nice job, Doc. That was quickly fixed.
Yay!
Respect where respect is given. EK Warrior does it again. Former champion of the Xbox division. Big W here this evening. Wow. Okay. With that one in the books, we move upwards and onwards to the co-main event of Primetime 173. We're going to be having SB Vader up against the one and only MuayThaiJesus. I believe MuayThaiJesus, he's in K1, right? He is in K1.
Yeah, he is in K1.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Can I just, before we get into it, can I just call out this fight for 1 second of what I've just had to do? I've just had to flip a coin to decide which side gets which corner. Which is a first for PT. So clearly they're very invested in which corners on which. Muay Thai won the flip, so he gets to choose. So whichever corner you see him, he's the one who picked it. But nonetheless, I'll just put that out there now before we get into how actually good these fighters are. Apparently they can also be incredibly petty.
Look, I am going to say to you one thing, Doc. As you well know, doing this with me for the last however many years, the top of the division, typically you'll find that they're petty over shit, bro. Every little bit matters to them. And I'll just put this out there. I'll just put this out there. We've been trying to get this fight going for a couple of weeks now. These guys have been scheduled to fight each other 3 times. We're finally going to get to see it. I'm happy to see it. Happy to say. I was just reading through the chats to see what Doc was talking about. We had... Can
you see me?
It's funny. We had some people who aren't in the fight in the chat going, why is ESFL, PT, and TC champion getting in tag checked? Who would play for him? Everybody gets in checked, especially at the top of the game. It's random, my man. It ain't personal. Especially when it's high-profile fights. It makes sense. Without further ado, we're going to get into it. MuayThaiJesus on the left-hand side. He is using Darren Till. And he is going up against SB Vader using Jack Dalla Maddalena.
There we go.
Vader, you're the one streaming, my brother? I think you've got your mic on. Please mute that shit. Please mute that shit.
Oh shit, nah, sorry for saying that, bro. Wait.
This gonna be interesting here.
Let's get this.
Wait, have I got my mic on?
You have got your mic on, Vader. Yes, you have, my man. Just mute it. That's okay. We can't hear your corner. Just mute yourself and get into the fight. This guy, this fucking guy.
And we're going 112 ping, a bit higher than usual, but nonetheless.
I mean, that's a good ping. That's a good ping for Vader, man.
That's a good ping for Vader, but I also think that Muay Thai is like UK, I swear.
Wait, can the stream hear me, Nas?
But nonetheless.
MuayThaiJesus is in UK, bro.
Is he not?
I'm pretty sure he's not. Pretty sure he's US.
It's pretty good ping going for US then.
MuayThaiJesus, though, excellent pick in this division, to be honest with you. And then obviously Jack. JDM really, really strong now, especially since the boost JDime. Like, he's got some really, really smooth boxing combinations to be thrown.
96 punch speed, 96 power, 95 chin. Really? Only 89 cut resistance, though.
Man, he has really good hands. But Prime Darren Till, the alter ego, I like the alter ego a lot. He has good hands, too. Oh, nice. I don't think we're going to see much wrestling in this fight.
I would definitely be shocked, but this fight has. I mean, I want this fight to be a barn burner. Given how much we were trying to book this fight, how much we wanted this fight to be done and dusted, and the rest of it. It's nice to see a fight now finally in the octagon, and hopefully these guys can go absolutely mental here.
I will point this out as well. From the little bit of the microphone being unmuted, Vader may have alluded to the one and only Naz in his corner for this fight. Obviously, they are campmates, makes sense. And that's a good guy to have in your corner. But obviously, on the flip side, K1, absolutely stable of killers over there. These guys, seasoned veterans throughout right now. So I think MuayThaiJesus, being at the top of that camp, likely has a wealth of knowledgeable MMA guys in his corner, trying to deconstruct what Vader brings to the table. They know that clinch is going to be there at some points.
Nice. Here's the thing, though. Vader is a really good fighter, too, but, like, you can have anybody. You can have the greatest fighter ever in your corner, but they can't fight for you.
Vader's not very committing in this fight. It's a bit weird. He's kind of just hanging around the outside, waiting for MuayThaiJesus' fights. I don't know that. It feels a bit out of character to normal, but I suppose it's because I'm also used to Vader having more wrestling picks. So I imagine he's wanting to be a bit more careful, a bit more picky in terms of his strikes.
Oh, here we go. And
here we go.
The thing is, though, especially with the clinch, I think Vader's, this is what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to slowly build up body damage, and then the clinch is going to start coming in, then them body knees and everything. I feel like he's building for the later rounds. He did that last week against Smudger. Or was it against Smudger last week?
Yeah, he fought Smudger last week.
Oh, yeah, where he was down, and he done added up body damage. Once he hurt him in the third, that's all she wrote, because everything, it all kept piling up.
Well, good first round. MTJ got that one, in my opinion. Obviously, only 2 more scheduled. We're about to see the stats, it would appear. Very close, but more total strikes. slight amount of control time for Vader, but I don't think that's going to play too much into the judges' favor here this evening, with it being such a little amount of time. But a little bit of a faster start to round 2. Vader pressing the action right here.
Similar start to how we saw the majority of round 1 go, hanging on the outside, trying to get in on the inside, and up night clinch attempt there. Muay Thai managing to break it fairly early on. It definitely feels like if Muay Thai is going to win this fight, it's going to be by landing a couple of key shots early on and then kind of staying defensively sound, because it feels like the way Vader wants to play is he wants to catch on the as Muay Thai's getting aggressive, as he's getting frustrated by the fact he's unable to hit Vader here.
Nice. Telling you that Vader is methodical with that body attack. It's going to add up, and then more of the clinch is going to come in later, Cyrus.
Yeah. He normally, like, that's the thing about Vader. He normally does those clinches when he's got his opponents hurt. Like, that's when you see the most of them. Like, he likes to capitalize on that part of it. And honestly, that's the shit I personally hate. When somebody does that, I want to put my fist through a fucking screen. It's okay when somebody's doing it when you're equal and they're just trying to get an advantage, but when you're already hurt, so that's some next level play, I tell you. But he did it smudge. Yeah. It broke my heart. I'll be real with you. It broke my heart, bro.
It was smart too, because he needed it, because he started off, he was down too.
Yeah,
but
very well
done. all the investment to the body and all that, it added up. Ooh,
oh. Nice. That body work though by Vader's doing a lot. It's slightly concerning, especially as you go into the 3rd round. I think Muay Thai's so far up around last round and this round, but those teeps, they dig the body. They do so much.
Hell yeah! Shout out Mr. Humbledink in the chat, one of the OGs, one of the goats of this community. Join us for the co-main event here this evening. MuayThaiJesus up against SB Vader. So far, so good. Very closely contested bout. I don't know who's winning this round actually. I think first round definitely edges towards MTJ, but who do you have in this one, Jay and Doc?
Muay Thai's got the stun.
Did he get a stun? I must have missed that.
I think he's up, right? But I don't think it will matter. I don't like.
He's got to be so careful with the body. Yeah. That body's gonna be the thing that kills him. If he's gonna get, he needs to take him down. He needs to just keep him busy on the ground. Like, if he can time waste next round, Muay Thai sign. The fact of the matter is, Vader is not someone you can easily time waste against. Like the correct play is a decision. It's Muay Thai getting a takedown, staying on top, keeping it calm and simple. It's running around the octagon like a headless chicken, protecting your body, not getting clipped too hard. Because round 2 is yours. Round 1 is arguably yours as well. It's just that, yeah.
Yeah, especially, like I said, when you fight somebody like Vader, you win.
Well, like, if he can, like, score the early part of this round, he's fine.
Like, MTJ is not a guy that looks to go to decision, though. He likes the finish, man. He always has. He's a guy that presses the action no matter where he finds himself in a fight.
As long as he can protect his body, he's fine. But the body has been worked to shit already.
Vader's really doing good on stamina, of course.
Nice.
3 minutes 50 to go. He really needs to put full pace on this. Good clinch up against the cage. Not able to get it working for him. Continues to try to attack the body. I feel like this is where Vader's going to start getting a little bit more unorthodox and really start trying to take some risks.
Lovely defense. Yeah, I think Muay Thai's kind of got to accept to take the damage in some cases on the head, especially in those clinch positions. He can take a knee. He can't take a body shot there. Oh, this is where Vader's now. You're now starting to see it. Ah,
Keeps going to the body.
yeah.
This is like what else?
Yeah,
This is
it, isn't it?
This is yep. This is where everything starts going left right here. Like, this is what I was waiting for. It adds up. He may lose the first 2 rounds, and he may be losing this fight, but it becomes real dangerous in third because he done invested all of that to get to this point.
You can see what Muay Thai's doing. Muay Thai knows it. Everybody knows it. You can see it a mile away. But the fact of the matter is, you've got to play so perfect right now, and that's what Muay Thai could do.
Yeah, look, Muay Thai is former champion, bro. Like he is a gamer, you know what I mean? He can find ways to get this fight to the decision because I do think he wins it if he does.
It's also the fact Muay Thai.
I know. He do that all the time, right? Once you get out of that clinch, that body kick. He do it every time too, Cyrus.
Yeah, he does.
50 seconds.
He's really good on the.
It's on Vader.
The thing is,
nice
even
clinch.
though, that's smart.
I'll say it's like, if I remember correctly, Muay Thai was kind of when he was like full on champion level. He was like, kind of the same way with his clinches. It's just what happens when you become a PS champ. You kind of
not even close.
Not close.
Not even close.
No. Oh!
In my opinion, he did it, bro. But that was a great fight. Jack Taylor made it one.
He did what? He did what? What did he do?
What did he do? Did he win?
Hey, what did he do? What did you say?
Which rounds did he win, bro?
He did what? He did what?
I know he won the third, but like, fuck, what round did he win?
Split round 2. 10-10 with one judge.
Bro, that's kind of crazy to me.
Hey.
Can we see the individual rounds?
At the end of the day.
Nah, we can't.
He found a way to win it. He found a way to win.
Bro, that's kind of fucking wild. I wish we got to see the individual rounds, but he's turned his stream off. That's crazy. That's real crazy. I feel bad for MTJ, to be honest with you. I feel like he won that. I don't even think it was like it was a close fight, but I feel like he won the first 2 rounds convincingly. Like I don't even think an argument could be made in those first 2 rounds. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, but like, you know how it goes. You can't take it to decision, man. The judges. I'm not a judge.
I mean, we ain't judges, but yeah, no, like I know, Humble, I know, Jay, I do know you don't take it to the judges' scorecards, but sometimes it needs to go to the judges, right? And that was one of those fights. Fucking crazy. I know it's the most realistic part of UFC 5 on how wildly inconsistent the judging is, but I do feel like that was one of the ones where they definitely had 2 Adelaide birds on the fucking on the judges.
I think it really is. It's so heavily based on how the game scores damage. Those jab body straights score the damage. Yeah, I don't disagree. It feels like
he didn't land more damage, bro. Like that's what I'm saying to you. He didn't land more damage.
I
think
about
it much more because it's fucking crazy. But like, and I ain't one to call robberies or anything like that. I have no kind of like dogs in this fucking race or whatever you want to say. It is what it is. I'm just surprised. Vader gets the W though. He advances. Good job for him. I feel bad. I feel bad for MTJ if I'm real. But with that, we're not going to let it sour this evening or anything like that. It was a fun fight. One guy got the win, one guy got the loss, as to be expected in this game. And we move on now to the main event of Primetime 173, your Xbox title fight. And it is between the absolutely dominating champion in EK Mixups. He is at the top of his game right now, has been on a killing spree, knocking back contender after contender and doing so with relative ease. But he is now finally up against the most dangerous threat to that title he has fought to this date, and that is against the man with the hands, EasyWork GG. He puts on silky smooth performances against everybody he fights. He's an incredible threat, both on the feet and on the ground, but particularly on the feet. And as you can see with the picks here this evening, he's gone Ilya Taporia, and it's up against Charlie Olives. Will we see EK Mixup right the wrong of their actual fight and get the win with Charlie Olives? Or will we see Ilia Topuria, EasyWork GG, do it again? Here fucking goes.
Man, I know who you want to win already. I know who most of the
Just
people
off the
want to win.
picks, bro. Just off the picks.
Most people want.
I can't see Charles.
I mean,
Charles
Ilia Topuria, I'm going to say, if Ilia Topuria won right well, Charles should win it in this game.
Like, I know y'all want Charles to win. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm one of the rare people, though, who wanted Charles to lose.
You wanted Charles to lose. Jay, do you know what? I love you, Jay, but sometimes when I hear your picks on fights and who you like, and I'm like, why? How? What the fuck? But no, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. You know, I go with the picks that make people mad.
You do. Me included. I feel like you go with the picks that'll make me mad, bro. That's what I feel. Look, these guys ain't gonna waste any time, man. They're familiar with each other's style. They're familiar with what they bring to the table. Very little feeling out process. This might be a 5-round fight, but I mean, I anticipate action from the opening bell to the last one, and we're getting that already. Lots of body work from EasyWork GG out here, Doc. Trying to attack that leg as well. Something that Mixups will have to be mindful of.
Yep, so far it seems like Ilia Topuria has landed the better damage overall. Those 99 power hands coming out and causing some serious damage. Honestly, I want to say Charles is a better pick, but honestly, Topuria is insane on this game. That makes him a nightmare for any fighter pick he goes against. And I think for Mixups, it's going to be an incredibly difficult fight. He's got to mind all these P's and Q's. He's got to be careful. I mean, that straight uppercut seems to be doing a lot of damage, but like outside that, he's definitely going to have to work out and figure his game plan here.
Man, I love the lead uppercut too. I like him keeping that on Ilia because EasyWork is notoriously known for his body work, his work to the body, and you got to keep that lead uppercut on him just to keep him at bay, because if EasyWork start adding up the body damage, it can get ugly, Cyrus.
Yeah, completely and utterly agree with you. One thing I do want to see in this fight, if I'm being real with you, we know the dangers and the threats that Ilia Topuria and EasyWork GG are going to be able to pose in this fight. I want to see EK Mixups turn into EK Clinch-Ups and start to bring back...
EK Clinch-Ups, yeah.
That's what they used to call him. I want to see a little bit of that from him here this evening. Mix in that grappling, although he's doing some great work on the feet right now. That straight is like a heat seeker, square onto the chin of EasyWork. He just has to be careful of the strikes coming back his way, Doc.
Yeah, so careful and concise in what he wants to land and where. I mean, so far you've seen both these guys, they're landing their shots back and forth. The stam's fairly even. And with 50 seconds left in this round is still up for grabs on which way it goes. Another 2 rounds though on top, so you got 4 rounds total after this as well, and that's really going to be probably where these two are going to make or break.
I will say, my God, EasyWork's got a lot of support in the community, in this chat. Whoa! And he does get stunned.
Oh.
If he's not careful, a lot of people are going to be not too happy here this evening.
Man, you can have all the supporters in the world, and of course you appreciate them, but they can't fight for you. Like I said, listen, but your supporters can motivate you too. You get me?
Exactly.
Because you could be thinking about them, and I don't want to lose in front of them. It's like having your girl in the crowd. I'm not trying to lose in front of her. Like,
yeah.
Like, listen, imagine getting your ass whooped, right? And now you got to go home to her, and she know you just got beat the fuck up too.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Well,
you ain't wrong.
She may lose a little bit of respect.
Easy may have a lot of fans in chat, but the betting line is 55 to 45 in favor of Mixup so far, so that's definitely some ways in a go. But we'll see if maybe that is the fact.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Humbledink once again making a, excellent statements on the fight. He is right. EasyWork GG needs to make instant adjustments in this fight. He was doing very good at the beginning of round 1, but the adjustments from Mixups, continuing to mix it up on EasyWork, has led to a lot of success for him over the mid and latter half of that first round. This is good work from EasyWork, though, utilizing the jab. Has to be careful of some of the combinations countering him back.
Head health is already blinking or starting to blink, which is a bit of a concern. Even in the only in the second round so far, it's just looking more and more like Mixups is finding the better shots overall. He's landing through that block, and although Deadpooly has the damage and can brute force it, it's not something you really want to be doing it at such a high level, especially against someone like Mixups.
Oof. I don't know how good of a pick Ilya is in lightweight specifically. He still got the stats, but he looks kind of tiny, Cyrus, on this game. He looks...
I mean, he is short in real life, to be real with you. I don't know how... They say he's like, what, 5'6", 5'7"? I reckon he's about 5'5".
Yeah. No. Okay, I don't think he's that small, but...
He is. Pocket-sized.
No, because, like, Volk is like 5'6". He's taller than Volk.
I reckon Volk's actually 5'4", you know.
Yeah. But then again, I could see that too, because the UFC be lying on
that's what I'm saying. They always lie on the stats.
They do it badly. You know when Conor debuted, they said he was 5'11", right? Oh my goodness,
he's
about to die in this cage. Yeah, no, he's about to be done soon.
It's over. And still, your Xbox champion, EK Mixups. He does it again, my man. This guy has been on a mission. He wants that double champ status. That's what he wants. We now have Primetime 174 around the corner next Saturday. The following event will be Primetime 175 for the unified title between Mixups and whoever the champion is at that time for the PlayStation division. You've heard it here first. He is challenging for the PlayStation belt next time out. He has earned that opportunity to fight for both titles at the same time. He has gone through the who's who of the Xbox division. He's won every single one of them in fucking style. He is the man of the season, the man of the hour, EK Mixups. What a phenomenal season for him so far. And if he's able to get the job done and become double champion, that will be the cherry on top for what has been a picture-perfect performance across the last 25 or so events for EK Mixups. Phenomenal work. J-Dime Doctor. I'm just absolutely blown away by the competitive level, the competitive spirits of EK Mixups here this evening and across the course of this season.
Yeah, man. Mixups is just, he's that guy. He's like, he's on the top of the totem pole and no one can fuck with him right now.
Agreed. Built different, Doc. He is built different, my man. So, with that one in the books, after what was a sensational night of fights, the primetime guarantee in full effect here this evening. Virtual violence non-stop throughout the entire evening. Only one decision, and even that was a barn burner from start to finish. We will be back next Saturday, same time, 8:30 GMT, 8:30 BST right now, 3:30 Eastern, with more non-stop action here at Primetime MMA. Every single week is Primetime's week. Until then, stay safe, much love. Join the raid at the end. We're going to be pushing that forward to somebody in the community. And yeah, we'll see you all soon.